Welcome back, folks. It's, of course, Sport Federation TV, and it's great to have you along. Right, so for those of you that have just joined us, as you know, we speak to the federations across the Western Cape. All these federations, of course, are structured within South Africa, part of the national SASCOC codes, one of the big sports, folks. And for those of you that don't know, I believe that this is the first sport code to have participated in the Olympics from South Africa. Tug of war. On the line with me, Anton Botha, Western Cape Tug of War. Anton, did I get that right? Am I remembering the history of tug of war correctly?
JP, that's correct, and welcome to the viewers. It was the first sport that South Africa participated in at the Olympics. Team sport from 1900 till 1920, when tug of war was still an Olympic sport, yes.
It's one of those easy sports that, I mean, if you go probably back historically, if people, two teams or two clubs or two countries wanted to see who's the toughest, you put a rope across the grass and you see who's gonna pull each other left or right.
That's exactly that. In fact, in China, historically, villages pulled against each other, normally across a river, and then the losing village falling into the water. So it was typically utilized like that all over the world, in fact.
Talking about all over the world, recent World Championships, tell us about that.
Yes, our South Africa's best ever performance at the World Championship, specifically our youth in the World Championships itself. We came back with 4 medals, 2 golds, 2 World Championship titles, 19s, and then 2 bronze medals in the 23 category. So we are extremely happy, and the future well.
So, Anton, but sorry, just give us that again. I think we just lost you there. Just give us some of that information again. We're talking about the South African team competing at the World Championships. Give us those results.
That is correct. Our juniors extremely well, our juniors and our youth teams. A total of 4 medals that we brought back from Holland at the World Championships. 2 World Championship titles, both the under-19 boys and the under-19 girls, bringing back the World Championship titles. And then our under-23 teams, the under-23 mixed teams, which consist of 4 boys, 4 girls, they brought back a bronze medal, as well as our under-23 men's team.
Anton, how does one get started in? Firstly, I mean, did we have some Western Cape athletes competing in the Protea side?
Yeah, in fact, most of our teams are the Western Cape. We are, of course, a countrywide sport, but strongest in the Western Cape. Our people are very dedicated.
How do you get to be the strongest? How do you? Is it from regular training, high performance, good coaching? What makes us the best?
Well, combination of everything, pretty much. It's a strength sport, so it's a lot of gymming, and especially in the off season, that's what we focus on. CrossFit is a very good method to train for this, and then we also, believe it or not, do road running for, of course, for stamina. So it's a combination of endurance and, of course, skills.
You're talking about off season. Tell us a little bit about that from a season point of view. I mean, we know that some sport codes are summer sports, other sport codes are winter sports. Does tug of war have a off-season or on-season?
Yeah, we pretty much work according to the standard cycles. Our pre-season from 1 January until March. This is now specifically the seniors. And the senior season starts from 1 April till the end of September, and then the 3 months from October to December is off season. Then what we do is more cross training, focusing on the strengths. We try and touch not the rope, but then we focus on the strength and the stamina and those type of aspects. So that's typically how a tug of war year looks like.
Anton, tell me a little bit about the off-season training for the players. I mean, we know now we've got the juniors between January and March, but the off-season guys, and that's more for the seniors. What are they doing off-season?
Obviously, focus on their strength. Tug of war is a strength sport, so they are pretty much in the gyms trying to add that extra 5 to 10% on their strength. We test ourselves normally with squatting as well as deadlift. Uh, the guys also do CrossFit, quite a lot of the guys.
Yeah.
Then cycling, mountain biking, everything that works the legs. To get out of there, not touch the rope, not doing the technical stuff, but focus on getting your body stronger and more stamina for the coming season.
Talking about then the coming season, is it a question of what's the biggest place that the guys are participating? Club versus club, school versus school, province versus province? Where's the sort of most of the event activity?
We start off with the league competitions within Western Province, with East Winelands. They have their leagues, different clubs against clubs. That leads up to a national club championships where we decide who are the top clubs in South Africa. After the national club championships, then we start with we select regional teams from the clubs, and then we start with the interprovincial competitions. We first have the Southern Division, which is Western Cape, all those south of the Orange River. We have the Northern Regional Championships, and that leads up to the SA National Championships, which will be next year in July. And from after the National Championships, then we go into the high performance for the elites to go to the World Championships.
Yeah, who would you say are the top clubs in the Western Cape, or is that an unfair question?
Of course, we participate in different divisions. In the middle and heavyweight divisions, it's the local Valsbaai club here close to Cape Town. They are the top guys there. In the lighter weights and also in the under 23s, it is Swellendam that is doing well there. In the ladies, it is the Helderberg ladies. They are in the middleweights. They are doing well there. And then also Kimberley, okay, that's outside the Western Cape, but they are also coming into the fold. Their girls are like second, third in the country. Kimberley Pirates. But yeah, right, Western Cape, Valsbaai, Swellendam, Helderberg, those are the clubs.
Yeah, Anton, so just tell us, do we know yet where will the South African Championships be next year?
Yes, it will in fact be in the Free State, and planning to host it at the Gariep Dam in fact.
Okay. Anton, what about World Championships? Do we have any World Championships on the cards again for South Africa? We know you've held some successful World Champs here in Cape Town before.
Yes, in fact, the 2026 World Championships is planned for South Africa again, and the plan is to take it this time up the Garden Route, and it will be hosted at Hartenbos, in fact, and we are going to hire out the whole resort there as well as the Diaz Hotel, and it's going to be quite a big thing. 4,000 people piling into the Hartenbos, Mossel Bay area for a period of a week. That should lift, in terms of tourism, that should fill their coffers quite well.
I would imagine so. I mean, that's exactly what we're looking for, is bringing people from around the world to come to Western Cape, to come and compete here. 4,000 entries or 4,000 spectators in, as you say, in Hartenbos. I'm sure that sounds like the perfect holiday, in fact, but I'm sure they'll be there for very competitive purposes.
Yes, absolutely. South Africa is very popular, and when we presented the bid, again, over 90% of the people voted for South Africa to host it again.
Yeah, I think they know when they come to South Africa, they're going to have a good time. Anton, fantastic chatting with you. We're looking forward to finding out about which clubs are going head-to-head and provinces going head-to-head. And And obviously, as talk more as we head up to the national champs in Kimberley. And we'll catch up with you again soon.
Thank you. And all the best to the viewers.
There we go, folks. Tug of War in the Western Cape. Wow, they're doing fantastic, as always. And what an achievement, having so many of the Western Cape athletes competing in the World Championships and coming back with all the medals. So, sport in the Western Cape, looking up, doing really well. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll carry on talking sport. Don't go away.